guys. Unfortunately for Cologne, one of the players to watch, Kevin House, has a right arm injury and his return is questionable. So we may not get to watch him tonight. We'll see. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, let's check in with Nara Weng.
Well, there's some good news in the injury report for Cologne Centurions. Kevin House is wrapped up his arm and he's back in the game. However, the other corner, Lin J. Shell, took a blow to the head, so he's out for the time being. And Darren, I think you told me a story about playing after you got a blow to the head before.
Yeah, I did. I had to remember the 3 plays that I played.
Nara Weng, who's down on the sideline. Nara?
Thanks, Ari. I talked to Coach Bart Andrus right before the start of the game, and he told me that the extra 2 days that they had because of the game being postponed from Friday to today is actually going to help in Kurt Kittner's preparation. As you know, his first start was last week, and starting a new quarterback in the middle of the season is tough, but I think our guy Eric Kramer might have some experience with that.
I've been kind of in and out of the lineup there in Detroit as a starter, then the third guy, then the second guy getting bumped around.
Our man on the sideline, Nara Weng.
That's right, Ari. The bad news continues for Frankfurt. Fred Pugic has a torn ligament in his left knee, and obviously he is done for the game.
Jared Peyton has room on the right side. And he's pushed. Oh, he's pushed out of bounds with authority. And that'll bring up another flag, a personal foul on Calvin Pearson. Peyton's fine. I wonder if Nara Weng, our sideline reporter, is okay. He took the shoulder pad on the knee.
Nara's a great athlete. He's okay.
You all right?
I'm doing all right, guys, down here.
No.
You saw me. I stayed on my feet, got out of the way. I can take a hit.
Yeah, you did that time. That was strong, Nara.
No, we're telling about your basketball skills. You know how to get out of the way of a football player.
Hey, Nara Weng is 140 pounds of pure muscle, man.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here with running back Jarrett Peyton. And, Jarrett, you got things started for the offense with your big touchdown run on a 4th down play. Go over that play.
What happened was the offensive line was blocking. I saw that once I got through the line, I was going to have one person to beat. And my wide receivers blocked for me, and I saw Cash holding his man. I tried to bounce it outside and got in the end zone. I just thought we needed a little spark, and I've been that spark, all this year, so I just tried to start it off.
What does this victory mean for you guys? I mean, you control your own destiny now for the World Bowl.
Yeah, this is a big win for us, and I told the guys that before the game. I said, this determines our fate. Do you want to go home and not have a ring or World Bowl championship? I don't think so. Let's come out here and play hard. And we came out here with feeling and heart, and we left everything out here, and we came out with the win.
Thanks a lot, Jared. And, I just want to make it clear, I saw you coming. That's why I was able to stay on my feet on the sideline.
I couldn't hurt you. I knew you got work to do, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got hurt, I was going to have to take your spot next week.
That's exactly right. Thanks a lot, Jared. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, back upstairs.
In Amsterdam, and our man Nara Weng is down in the seats with her. Nara?
That's right, Ari. I'm here next to Sue Conant, the mother of Scott Conant, the safety for the Admirals, and she's enjoying her Mother's Day here in Amsterdam. Scott's having a good game, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Now, you said your husband is back home in the States. What's he doing right now?
He's either out feeding the cattle or else he's hopefully getting ready to watch the game on TV.
Sounds good, sounds good. A short run there by Jared Peyton, set up 2nd down.
On my right, Kurt Menefee, play-by-play announcer, and on my left, Brian Baldinger, color analyst for the Fox broadcast of NFL Europe. And, you guys have been over here 9 years now. Why do you love NFL Europe so much?
Because you get a chance to see these kids that embrace their 2nd and 3rd chances. Everybody said that they weren't big enough, they weren't strong enough, they weren't fast enough, they were injured. And so you get to see these guys play.
The World Bowl race is just heating up. You see it in tonight's game. The intensity is just at a high point.
Is 3 really a magic number? Roger Clemens hopes so, because he'll be making his 3rd try to reach that truly magical number for a pitcher, 300 wins. Meanwhile, rain in Philadelphia has postponed the A's and Phillies, so those of you expecting that game will instead get a front row seat for the Yankees and Cubs. And welcome inside the Fox Network Center. This is Fox Saturday Baseball, your game of the week. I'm Nara Weng, and normally Kevin Kennedy would be seated right here to my left. But today is not normal, with history possibly in the making, so Kevin's at Wrigley Field, and we'll catch up with him in just a bit. But first, Sammy Sosa's corked bat popped on Tuesday, and yesterday the commissioner's office handed down its punishment. Sosa got an 8-game suspension, and he is appealing, which means he'll play today against New York. The pride of the Cubs may be trying to cut down his punishment, but history shows that Sammy is getting a sentence similar to others who doctored bats. Only Albert Bell was able to shorten his suspension, which was originally 10 games. Of course, before Sosa got caught cheating, the main reason for the hype surrounding today's game was the pitching duel between Roger Clemens, a living legend going for his 300th win, and Kerry Wood, a young gun who grew up idolizing the Rocket. Kevin Kennedy caught up with both to discuss the magnitude of their matchup. Not only is Clemens a win away from 300, he's only 9 Ks away from 4,000 strikeouts. Who knows? Maybe he'll take care of both feats today. Now, with all this talk of history being made, let's take a look at the history between the Cubs and the Yankees. These teams haven't faced each other since the 1938 World Series, and after that series, the franchises have taken wildly divergent paths. Newspaper reports and even eyewitness accounts of the day differ radically. Although everyone can agree, the crowd was hostile. The Cubs dugout, unforgivable. Understandable considering the Yankees had dominated the 32 World Series, leading 2-0. Ruth already had a 3-run home run when he came to the plate in the 5th inning with the score tied. Cubs players heckled, fans hurled insults and fruit. The Babe took strike 1 from Charlie Root and held up his hand and appeared to point to the center field corner. Strike 2. He did it again. Gehrig saw it, the pointing, and then the blast, the very same corner. Ruth wasn't done. He added insult to injury and rounded the bases like a prize fighter. He made it a victory lap. One thing is for sure. Ruth was convinced that he could do just about anything he wanted, whenever he wanted. And why not? He was wearing the pinstripes. While the Cubs, well, they've been wearing more like a bullseye ever since. The two would meet again 6 years later. Another series, an utter mismatch. The Yanks swept by a combined score of 22-9. It was more of the same for the Yankees, who had 39 consecutive winning seasons. As for the Cubs, there was the NL pennant in 45. Of course, then there was that incident with the GOAT, followed by a curse, and then 16 consecutive losing seasons. The Yankees have had 17 MVPs since 39. The Cubs, 7. The Cubs managed 5 90-win seasons in the span. The Yankees, 35, including 11 seasons with at least 100 wins. Get the idea? Quick, when I say Yankees, you say DiMaggio, Mantle, even a Mr. October. The who's who of baseball have donned the pinstripes. All right, same question, Cubs? Ernie Banks, Sammy Sosa, come on, the Cubs do have more Hall of Famers. Well, it's okay. Even Hollywood has had a love affair with the Bronx. Mantle and Maris made it to the big screen. Derek Jeter, the smaller version. The Cubs' chance at immortality? Story of a 10-year-old boy who's good enough to become a major leaguer. So maybe it's fitting, really. Roger Clemens striking out in his first 2 attempts to achieve immortality. Maybe this is how it was supposed to be. The Yankees returning the Wrigley just in time to grab a little more of the spotlight. Instead of the shot, we'll spend the next 70 years talking about the pitch. Can the Cubs avoid being yet another footnote for a great Yankee moment? Kevin Kennedy will discuss that with the guys who are calling the game today, Joe Buck and Tim McCarver, plus more on Roger Clemens' pursuit of 300 wins. That's all coming up next on Fox Saturday Baseball. You might know Jarrett Peyton as a running back with the Amsterdam Admirals, or maybe from his days at the University of Miami. You might remember that he's the son of the late NFL Hall of Fame running back, Walter Payton. But you probably didn't know that this 6-foot, 220-pound football player first traveled to the Netherlands as a youth soccer player. Payton revisited his roots a week and a half ago in Eindhoven when he went to watch the European Champions League semifinal between PSV and visiting AC Milan. Payton received VIP treatment from the team, including a pregame meal.
Nah, I just want some. Y'all want some of this too?
Just make the mushrooms.
And a visit from another young American making his living with a team in the Netherlands, soccer star DeMarcus Beasley. Peyton may have the more famous name in America, but Beasley's autograph was the one in demand in the Netherlands. Jarrett did have one big supporter.
Picture, I did, yo. Not me. Get out of here.
Putting DeMarcus to work. It was clear that Peyton was enjoying the atmosphere, and the game hadn't even started yet. Once the match got underway, Peyton was just like any of the 30,000 plus PSV fans in attendance, lamenting a near miss and cheering a goal by the home squad. when it was over, Peyton may have found a backup plan in case his football career doesn't work out.
Jersey, I'm coming back. I might keep playing. I might play soccer again. You never know.
Jimmy Johnson brings the low Chevrolet to the checkered flag. How about hometown teenager Kyle Busch finishing second?
There's a saying in NASCAR, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
NASCAR came down hard and suspended crew chiefs for Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick.
All three suspended at least 2 races, and it's cost Johnson the points lead.
Hey America, Smokey Robinson here. The loser of this game will be crying tears of a clown. Why? Because this one counts. In 1971, in the heyday of Motown, Reggie Jackson hit a ball out of the park into the streets.
There's a long drive. That one is going way up. It is off the roof. That hit the transformer up there.
Coming up is the All-Star Game, which is the battle for home field advantage in the World Series.
The Miami Dolphins are winners of the Super Bowl. Look at Brett Favre coming off the field. He is so happy. Williams back to throw. Wide open and caught for a touchdown.
Elway can run. Head first. He dives inside the 5-yard line.
Reaches to the goal line. No. Time runs out. That's it.
New York 16, Baltimore 7. He looks and throws in zone. Touchdown.
And Dallas, your Cowboys are the champions.
Young long down the middle right. Touchdown, Briscoe.